Greetings, dear one.
Greetings, Merlin.
Good to be with you.
It's nice to have you here. You're in the box again this week.
Ah, those in the ethers, they are here.
Yes.
There are many ears and many voices. Yes. At this time, within the realm of humanity, there are deep questions and concerns about what is right and what is wrong, and what to do right versus wrong. This can be quite complex for humans, for there is a desire within the ego to be right and not proven wrong, and yet there is within the realm of the soul of doing the right thing. And sometimes they are the same thing, and sometimes they are not. And within the realm of humanity, within how you say your Eastern teachings, there is the concept of Dharma. And this is where man trips up, yes, for you can know within yourself what the right thing is, but due to human nature and the need for immediate gratification, the right thing is not always done, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And at this time, within those who recognize what the right thing is, you see as you view your box and you witness the words of your world leaders, you do not know what is right and what is wrong, for you are being told what they are going to do, imposed on you as it's for your benefit. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And within the self, the way one knows right versus wrong is when words come into you and penetrate the heart. And if it feels good, it is the right thing. But if it goes into the belly and the stomach rotates into knots, then you know it is not the right thing. Within yourself, within your physicality, you must know when you feel in the chest a lightness, the right thing is happening. When the belly drops, the right thing is not happening. Do you understand?
Yes.
And humans tend to want to, how you say, think things through. And within the human mind is the will and the power of choice. But within the mind is also the ego. And the ego has a tendency to dictate. But one must know within the heart what the right thing is to do. Dear ones, you are at a crossroads at this point in your existence on your planet Earth, and you must continue to do the right thing that your heart tells you, even when other humans are telling you something different. For it is for their benefit they are telling you this. You must know and do what is right within you and dear ones, not a justification of ill behavior based on greed or ego. Do you understand?
Yes.
It is truly the right thing. And dear ones, this you must understand that when you do the right thing and it is truly vibrationally the right thing, then you are doing the right thing for many. And the ego plays no part in this. It is truly from the heart. It is a raised vibration that emanates to humanity all over your planet. When you can start knowing and doing the right thing because you know it serves humanity, not just yourself, you shall see the earth go from the brown of winter into the green of spring. The magic shall occur, and it comes from your heart, for in the heart lies truth. Do you understand?
Yes, Merlin, I have a question with the heart.
Yeah.
I know many people have hardened their hearts and they have closed their hearts off. What do those people do?
To have created this, they have lost the sense of truth. They are in denial of love and the truth. They must allow themselves to surrender, release the ego and the need to be right. One with a hardened heart resists love coming in. There is no shame, dear one, in admitting that one is wrong. We are talking about the right thing versus the wrong thing. And when one has, as you say, a hardened heart, they are not in a loving space with themselves. Therefore, they are not in a loving space with anyone else. This hardened heart that you speak of is in pain. It is shrouded in pain. It has isolated itself. It has become like rock. Do you understand?
Yes.
One must surrender to the self and allow the heart to beat again. Yes.
Yes.
Is there other information that you seek?
No, thank you.
Dear ones, there is so much on your minds at this time, and you have been in a longer time than you wish of this purported illness that is supposedly engulfing your planet. It is not engulfing the planet. And in percentage of the amount of humanity that exists in your world, it is if you took the glass of water that sits here and see the water in that glass as humanity and dipped your finger and took a drop and flung it. That is how much illness is in your world versus well-being. Do you understand?
I do.
The proportions are not of what being communicated. And soon, dear ones, the truth will be soon in your midst, and it will come forward that there are miscalculations, misrepresentations, and there will be an admittance that it's not what was. There are concerns about financial, how you say, depression and recession. These shall not last. There are corrections that are taking place. Abundance continues to flow on your earth like a great river. And there are times the river comes upon rock that may, how you say, dam it up for a while. But the power and the surge of that water creates an immense force that erodes that rock and creates a new pathway. The intention of abundance on your earth is quite powerful. It has just been misdirected and misused, and soon it shall be in the hands of those who deserve it. There are great changes coming on your earth over the next few moons, changes that have been due for some time. And there are those who do not do the right thing, that resist these changes. But truth and love are not just eternal, but they are inevitable. Hold in your hearts, dear ones, the right thing shall be done. Envision the right thing for humanity. Those of you who view this are good, hold that goodness within yourself and know that no matter what goes on around you, and there are some who do experience pain and suffering of various levels in regard to aspects of their life, hold within yourself that goodness, so that shall overcome what you have seen as evidential problems. And these problems are just tiny raindrops, they are not a storm. But you have been told, oh, do not go outside, for there is a great storm. They are just raindrops, dear ones. They shall not harm you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Mankind is easily intimidated and buys into fear. That has always been, and it shall continue to be, for there always must be a balance of how you refer to as good, bad, love and truth, and fear and untruth. There is always this which creates the harmony that exists.
Mm-hmm.
It shall never be all one way or the other. As many hours as it is dark, there are just as many hours as it is light. And yes, there are some who live in different regions of your planet and the seasons make adjustments, but over the course of the time of the calendar, it balances out. Sometimes you have more, sometimes you have less, but there is a balance. It is the course of nature. It is the course of the cosmos. Be still, dear ones, be calm. Listen to your inner voices, the voices of peace and love. Do not listen to those dissonant voices that try to intimidate you. For they, of those voices, are fearful themselves. And within the realm of human nature, a bully, as you say, is a coward reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. The times that you seek, dear ones, shall return with a vengeance. They shall eventually be better than what you long for in your past. Sometimes a healing must take place, and within the healing, what no longer serves us must be disposed of. Mankind does not always like the method. When you hold on to the past is not the reality that exists anymore. The only reality that exists is the one in this second, and that is past. The future is not created without the present. Your mindset in this moment is creating your future. Yes, how you think in every moment creates the next moment, and so on and so on. Dear ones, use the magic of your mind and create what you want and create what you will. And you will have what you want. You must trust that. You wish to ask more, dear one.
You know, in this moment, there are so many different modes of information. I just had a moment the other day with someone, and they just they think completely different from what I'm feeling and thinking at this moment. And this is somebody I love dearly, and we agreed to disagree. And it's such a strange time because there is such a wide spread in what the different information is. You know, how can we work through that and get to a bigger truth with such a huge divide with people?
When one speaks of what they know with a good feeling in themselves, they are in alignment with truth. When one is arguing vehemently, they are in a place of fear. When one is backpedaling, no, 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 they are not in a good space, and they are defending their past, for that is what they know. Dear one, with you, when you are, how you say, making a point, it is not a matter of convincing another party of what you think, feel, or your opinion. What's more important is, do you have clarity on your own thoughts? Clarity with yourself. It is not a matter of convincing another human to think the way you do. You could dine on something that you find very appetizing and it is good and it's nutritious. But if another individual has a different palate, the same thing is not appealing to them, but that does not make it bad. It's simply not within their taste. Do you understand?
I do.
Therefore, you can, how you say, ruffle one's feathers with opinions, even when based on fact, or you can choose to hold that person in a place of love that within themselves they gain the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
I do. And there's another part to this. I've been looking into a lot of information, and there are things in our history, just in the United States alone, that have happened that literally many of us have had no awareness of. So it's an interesting time. I think there is this phrase, I'm not sure if you're, it's cognitive dissonance, and people just say, I can't even believe that is true. And so it's an interesting time where we have this moment where we have to recognize what is true and literally how things changed years ago that we knew nothing about and how it affects us now. Does all that make sense?
You, dear one, as a left brain human, would ask and answer that question. Spirit does not derive information based on sense.
Mm-hmm.
The information is as is. And within the realm of your modern world, intelligence is growing at a very exponential rate,
Mm-hmm.
and expands on itself and is reaching the minds of more humans. And what you know now is way beyond what you knew a calendar ago, or a
Mm-hmm.
decade ago,
Mm-hmm.
or a century ago. There continues to be the growth of intelligence. And every individual learns at their own pace. Everyone has a different purpose in their physical form on planet Earth, and it is not for all to know advanced topics, for they will not utilize that information. Those who are interested will get it and will have an opinion, and there are those who have no interest and they will go about their life in a very simplistic manner.
Mm-hmm.
Man does complicate things, but he does prefer simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
And all humans must allow for various opinions, for unless one blatantly lies, there is some truth in all statements. And every human has a tendency to pull that thread of truth out of a lot of words and give that credence. But within other humans, they see how you say the bigger picture and find untruths and falsehoods surrounding that one thread of truth. The concept of human communication is quite complex, and at times we look at you and wonder how you get things done through your conversations that somehow end up in statements of, what did you say? What did you mean? I don't understand. And somehow you go about your business and manifest what you have.
Yes.
Humans are quite fascinating,
Right.
you creatures.
And we're in such a time of all these various forms of information, and there's just so much.
At this time, your planet is a giant anthill.
It is.
Much going on simultaneously.
Yes.
Is there more, dear one?
Well, I'm looking at the time. It is 7:40 something. I would like for you again. I like asking this at the end. What do you want us to know, Merlin?
You must know that through the confusion, especially with those of you that live in this land, your politics is creating a back and forth like a ball game. But you must stay aligned in the middle and see both sides and not lean one way or the other.
Stay neutral.
Yes, dear one. You must see both sides and keep an eye on both parties.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Good shall be returned, dear ones. You must know this.
I believe that. I believe it with my whole heart. Thank you so much, Merlin. We love having you here with us.
Good to be with all of you.
Yes.
And we shall speak again.
Yes. What you can't feel is the energy that's coming around here. I don't know if you can see, my eyes are all watery. A lot of energy when he's here. Whew.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine. Very good.
Merlin had a lot of great things to share.
Good.